Today's Friday, September 26th, and in less than a month, it will be the death anniversary of my grandma. It will mark 2 years since she has passed away, and I don't know. It's been on my mind. You know, I don't really like to get vulnerable. It's not my biggest thing, but I promised you guys that I was going to always document the way how I'm feeling when things are happening. Now, I'm not necessarily sure that I'm gonna upload this video because it's very personal for me, but I wanted to be quite honest, actually, about how I'm feeling. See, I refuse to visit home. I do. And I've been working on that. I've been working up the courage to just take a flight and visit home. But I can't because she's not there. And I grew up knowing that she was always there and she's always literally in my presence. So to go back to a place where she's not physically there, I don't know, I just feel like the memories there too much. And so when my family asks me to come and visit, I give them all the excuses about coming home. I'm just like, oh yeah, I got this thing going on, I got that going on. And I'm just like, while I do have those things going on, I can also visit. But to know that I would have to make my way to her burial site is just a lot on me. And you know what's crazy is I keep telling myself that I'm fine. I don't know. I don't know if I'm lying to myself or it's just really, I don't know. You see, she was a very special lady. And I guess I want to take this opportunity to be as open as I can. I started this channel, and honestly, you probably don't know much about me because I don't talk much about me despite talking about things. I've just always been like that, so it's not like a you thing, you know, it's really me. It's not you, it's me, you know, the common kind of excuse, but for real, it's me. So I'm going to try to be as vulnerable as I can. And best believe that this is a very big part of why the people in my life gets quite upset and annoyed at me, because I refuse to be vulnerable and I don't really know how to, so I'm gonna attempt. So I was in this mental space and this emotional space where I don't care. You wanna argue, I'm gonna take it there. You wanna fight, let's do it. Just anything that was toxic and low vibrational, I represented that. Now, I also represented some positivity, but I really didn't care to project it onto myself. When it comes to other people, I was a lot more positive to them and about them than I was about myself. When it came to me, I didn't give myself enough attention. I didn't care to work on me. I didn't care about life. I was reckless, and it is what it is. I'm not afraid to lose anybody. And I'm still like that, don't get me wrong. But my grandma died one day, and I'm used to people dying. Like, I know that death is inevitable, but she raised me. She was a very intricate part of my life. I've learned a lot from her, despite her speaking in parables, because for some reason, grandparents feel like they need to talk to you in parables. And not to sound conceited, but I do feel as though she was an angel. And what's crazy to me is a very long time when I was younger, she told me, be careful how you treat people because you never know when you're entertaining an angel or demon. But yeah, she said that, and it really stuck with me as a child. So yeah, as much as I'm kind of a rebel, I really wasn't like going out there and picking at people. For me to really get out of body, you gotta really take it there. I am the kind that I let shit slide. I'm just like, ain't worth my time. But on a day when I feel like being an asshole, being a bitch, then yeah, let's go. We can go. So she played a very important role in my life. And if I wasn't sure that anybody else loved me, she loved me. I know that for a fact. Now, granted, growing up, we didn't always get along, but it wasn't because I was like rude or mean or anything like that to my grandmother. No, my grandmother was probably very sick of me. I would follow that lady wherever she goes. She did not get 5 seconds alone. I'm gonna search for her wherever she is and I'm gonna find her. So no, we went back and forth because she was too kind. She was too kind. She barely got out of body. If she got upset, then yeah, you know you crossed the line. She's one of those ladies that just has a very calm demeanor, very quiet, very reserved, and she always had very positive outlook on life, no matter what. She kept me very grounded, and I couldn't understand why someone who didn't provoke anyone, didn't aggravate anyone, didn't do anything to anyone that was unnecessary or uncalled for, she was so reserved. And she got some of the worst treatment. And I'm not talking like physically, just like, you know, when you meet some people and you do good all the time, and no matter what, no matter the amount of good that you do, people just screw you over. She was one of those people. She did good, she did well, but she always got screwed over. And no matter what, she didn't want to get upset. She didn't want to defend herself. She just let it go. And oh my God, I was so angry for her. I'd be like, so you just gonna let that slide like that? Like, I mean, you're not gonna fight for what's yours? And we used to fall out because of that. She was highly respected, but she just, to me, cared too much, you know? She was always kind. She was very, like, I don't know. She's a very reserved lady. And me, being who I am and seeing somebody that I love get treated like that and walked all over and just stomped out, pretty much, I mean, in a metaphorical sense, I just couldn't understand how she would just let things slide. So we had our disconnects there. And sure, she wanted to tell me about positive outtakes, positive outlook, just positive this, positive that. I didn't want to hear that because I felt like she didn't deserve whatever came her way and she needed to stand up for that. But she's always like, you cannot control what someone does or what they say. You can only be in control of your reaction. And though it was good advice, I didn't want to hear that. No, so I will go outside and I'll cuss them out for you. And she would always stop me. So yeah, we would fall out for that because I'm just like, man, you crazy to just let these people, like, I don't get it. I was a kid, so I didn't understand. And then the older I got, I realized I was a lot like her, you know? But I didn't want to be a lot like her because her heart got bruised so many times. Her feelings got pushed aside so many times. And she just always remained calm and positive. So in order to defy that, I would just be an asshole. Push everybody away. I don't care. Because what you're not gonna do is have me over here. I don't know. I didn't necessarily have anything to prove to anyone, but I realized in my teenage years to now in life that I'm a lot like her in terms of I let things slide. I let people do their big one. I let them say what they gotta say. And I battle with that. And I battle with it because I'm just like, I don't want to be like that. Her principles and way of life, it was cool, it was admirable. But I just felt like even when she had the upper hand, even when she had leverage, she would just remain calm and collected and demure. And I'm just like, what? And so as life went on for me, I realized I had very similar characteristics to her. And I was happy, but I was also mad because I'm like, no, I don't want nobody to come and take advantage of my heart. I don't want people to take advantage of who I am. I don't want them to take my kindness for granted. I don't want to let them think that they got power and control, you know? So in order to, I guess, dismiss the side of me that was a lot like her, I just remained as an asshole. And that way, people won't even come near me because Jade is an asshole, and I'm good with that. And I really am. But she died. She died 2 years ago, and her death anniversary is coming up. And every time it gets to this time of the year, I get really sad because she's just a memory, you know? And sometimes I get terrified that I will forget the sound of her voice, and I will forget her face, or the memories will fade. And I guess when that reality kind of sets in, I have no other choice but to allow her to live on in me. And by living on in me, I mean that I'm going to embrace her principles, and I'm going to embrace the parts of me that are a lot like her. To be fair, there are so many things I wanted to do for her while she was alive, and I did the best I could, but I had a goal in mind, you know? I had aspirations, and I wanted to get to the top so that I could show her that your granddaughter did it, and I got you, so here, let's go live some life. But life had different plans, you know? Her time came, and she passed on. And I shut down. I shut out everybody. I was really mean. I didn't care. I started losing people. And so even with that, that is one of the reasons why I am so grateful of the people who are still part of my life. Because even on the days when I was unbearable and I was too much and I was just like, girl, you know, these people, they stayed. They never judged me. Yes, when they got upset or annoyed, they'd give me a breather and be like, man, get your act together, Jade. But at no point did they walk away. And that's one of the reasons why I'm just like, for these people who are still in my life, man, they must really love me, because I wasn't always easy to deal with. Like, I can be a lot sometimes. So they stayed. So yeah, that's in regards to that. So when it gets to this time of the year, I kind of get a little bit worked up, because the day comes and the reminder is there that she's not here. Her birthday comes along, she's not here. The holidays comes along, she's not here. The visits to my home that I want to go on, she's just not going to be there, and I don't want to go home to visit my family because she's not there. This very important person who shaped my life, who loved me even on the days when I could not love myself, who tolerated me even on the days when I could not tolerate myself, who adored me, who always ensured that I was well taken care of. And she's gone. You know, and I don't know. I don't think I'm in the denial stage. It's just that how do you move on from that? You know, how do you I don't know. I guess she's the reason why I decided to heal. I decided to heal for her because in life I could not get to do everything that I wanted to do for her. I couldn't get to give her the life that I had envisioned, you know, all these goals that I set mentally that I'm like, I'm gonna attain them because I gotta make sure that this lady receives the love and the support and the everything that she gave to me tenfold. she's gone, just like that. And I can't give that to her anymore. So I decided to make her death meaningful by healing. So here I am, trying to heal, because you know what? Just in case, just in case she's out there watching over me, I want her to be able to brag to the ancestors and say, you see that crazy granddaughter that I have? Yeah, she was able to pull it all together and get it together, and she's shining. So for the woman I couldn't be when she was alive, I am determined to be that, so that in death I can very much honor her. I want to, and I love her. But my heart broke in a way that I didn't think was possible. Because we don't really think about death. We don't really think about losing a loved one. We don't really think about anything that's just so final. You know, like we know that there's a chance that it happens. And then when it comes to death, we know it's inevitable. We know it's gonna happen. But when it comes, though, it still kind of just, it takes away from you. So I guess this is me trying to be vulnerable. And let you know that, yeah, people are out there. They were saying some very nasty things about me. And maybe 2 years ago, had they done this, had they said this, then definitely I would have taken it there. But my mission is different now. I feel peaceful. Not because she's not here, but because I'm able to be the person that she always saw me as, that I didn't want to be. Because I was like, nah, I ain't about to be so nice to people. When you're nice to people, they walk all over you. And then I didn't want that. So I became everything but that, you know? But who am I kidding? So yeah. You know what's crazy? I remember my phone ringing that night. And I don't know if y'all have that thing where you can just feel like there's about to be some fucked up news that you don't want to hear. And in a way, I kind of knew that it was about her. And you know what's crazy? They kept me in the dark regarding a lot of things about her because, I don't know, I guess, I don't know. I really don't know. So I didn't know that it was that bad. And of course, when I called and then I checked in, everyone made it seem like everything was okay. So there comes that time when your phone rings. And I think by now people know not to call me. So when they're calling me, I'm like, yeah, Jade, it's bad. That's how terrible I am at communication. I'm working on it. I really am. And I think I've been doing well. But they'll probably tell you a different story, whatever. But my phone rang and I'm just like, I know that this is about to be some shit that I don't want to hear. So I watched it ring repeatedly and I'm not picking up because I just have a feeling that this ain't about to be no good news. But I was in my head about it and I didn't want to go to bed not knowing what's going on. So, you know, I called back and it was confirmed and I don't know. The way how I just stopped caring further, it needs to be studied. I was ruthless. I disconnected completely. I was already pretty distant from people. I don't know why I isolate like that, but I mean, you know, I'm just me. But when I got that news, it became even worse. You can't get through to me. You can't talk to me. You can't be around me. None of that. And even if you are, for the moment that I'm around you and in your space, I'm gonna look like I'm totally fine because I'm not the type to get really deep and open. Like, yeah, the people in my life, they know that I love her, but I don't talk much about her because I feel like that's my little piece of heaven here on earth. And those moments with her is just, they're what I cherish to go through this life. And every time it gets a little bit tough to the point where you're about to give up, you're like, nah, I gotta make sure that my grandma's straight, you know? So I don't really tell people that because it's mine to have. It's personal for me. But I did become even more detached, even more distant. Just, I didn't care whether you wanted to be a part of my life or not. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you every reason to go, because leave me alone. And I guess that was grieving for me, but I didn't think I was grieving. I just felt like, I don't want to talk to y'all. I don't want to be here right now with y'all. I just want to be in my room or something. But it's not going to show because I'm not going to tell them. So they don't really know. So I'm around them and we're functioning like normal. But when I get to the point where I get to be home and close my door, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. So here I am trying to heal with you guys. So yeah, I know that you don't know much about me, but I hope that helps a little bit. So I know life gets tough, and I know that we don't have it all figured out, and I know that people pretend on this app to really care about your mental health and your emotional well-being, but I do, and I can only talk to you based on experience. And I've been hurt, I've been betrayed, but I've never had my heart broken as bad as losing the person that means the most to me. And I looked at it like, okay, her death can't be in vain, you know, it's gonna mean something. And just in case people are out there trying to maneuver this thing that we call life, then how about we do it together and see what we can learn and see what insights we can have into this journey and see what we can share, because each one teach one, and sometimes it takes a village. So yeah, that's me being as open as I can. You know, as time goes by, who knows, I'll probably be chatting y'all ears off about something else. So yeah, please remember that each journey, each person's journey is different, but it has similarities. And for that, I believe that we can do it. I'm pulling it together for my grandma. I'm pulling it together for myself. And I'm pulling it together because you got me and I got you. Okay? So thank you so much. Please remember that time is your most valuable possession. So the fact that you're sharing some with me, I appreciate it, and I am forever indebted. Have a beautiful rest of your day, okay? Bye.